A common question asked throughout the cybersecurity industry, especially for students who are looking to either buy new gear or upgrade their laptop or devices that have to pertain to cybersecurity, is what kind of laptop should I be buying? Now, I can't give you that concrete answer today, but what I can tell you is my findings on the personal laptop that I use. In today's video, I will be reviewing my Lenovo X1 Carbon 6th generation Ultrabook that I bought around 9 months ago and presenting my findings on what I like and what I dislike. So let's go ahead and get started with this review. Hello everyone, my name is Grant Collins. I am a cybersecurity student and today I will be reviewing this Lenovo X1 Carbon. I'm just going to call it Lenovo X1 Carbon. Of course, it's the Lenovo X1 Carbon 6th generation Ultrabook. That's super long, so I'm just going to call it the Lenovo X1 Carbon. As I introed in this video, a lot of individuals are looking for a particular laptop or specific model they can use and buy for their studies within a university setting for cybersecurity or computer science. I was in this position 9 or 10 months ago. There's three main ideas I need to consider when buying this laptop. One was I need a machine powerful enough to handle my everyday tasks, as well as handle any of the programs that I would be running throughout the course of my time here at university. Number two was I needed portability and something that was kind of lightweight, that could be carried within a backpack, and it wasn't something that was super heavy. Number three was compatibility with programs I would be using here at university. There are some programs that I would have to be installing that could be only Windows or Mac based, and so I had to keep that in mind when buying this laptop. So those are the three main ideas I had to consider, and after considering and looking at my options, I landed on the Lenovo X1 Carbon. I purchased this laptop at Costco for around $1,300. Before buying this laptop at Costco, I also had to consider my options at Amazon.com, at BestBuy.com, and some other just third-party websites and companies. And I decided to go with Costco because they offered a warranty on this particular model, and Costco offered the best price possible. This Lenovo X1 Carbon has a 512 gigabyte SSD. It has 16 gigabytes of RAM. It is a 14-inch display at 1920 by 1080. It has an 8th generation Intel Core i7-855IU processor, and its normal base is 1.8 gigahertz up to 4 gigahertz possible. The graphics card is an integrated Intel UHD Graphics 620, and the battery is advertised to last up to 15 hours. After buying this laptop and unboxing it, there was some initial thoughts or initial impressions I had. And really my major concerns right when I was purchasing this was that it was going to be limited in terms of USB ports and a storage. Regarding the storage concern, I opened up the laptop and I was able to receive a free 1-year access to 1 terabyte of cloud storage on Microsoft OneDrive, but again, that's just 1 year, so it's not like it's going to be forever. And my last concern was the limited accessibility to USB ports. I came up with a solution to the limited USB ports by adding a little 4 USB kind of hub, and I can add an extension so I have access to 5 USB ports when I am here at my home workstation. So around 9 months of use through, my thoughts have changed in certain ways. So my initial concerns about the laptop not being powerful enough were not really a thing that I needed to be worried about. The 16 gigabytes of RAM is huge in my opinion, and this laptop is able to handle 2 VMs running while also handling the use of my 2 monitors behind me here. So it powers all of these without really any problems at all, and it's great to be able to have this accessibility and usability with something that's so small and lightweight. One of the biggest pros of the Lenovo X1 Carbon, in my opinion, is that it is lightweight. It's super easy to travel with. You literally can pick this thing up It's advertised at almost 2.5 pounds. It's very powerful. For as little and tiny as this machine is, it allows me to complete all of my studies with relative ease. The battery power is very good. I think that the battery is, of course, something that will wear down through time, but it has lasted this far. And the RAM for an Ultrabook that is, of course, this size is really nice. So these are some of the big pros that I've been able to realize. In addition to that one, you would think that with such a small little model here like this, you would think that it would overheat often, but it really does not overheat at all. When I spin up these VMs, it never overheats, or you can never really hear the fan. So that's also a great benefit. Now moving into the cons. So the biggest con, in my opinion, is going to be the limited storage space. And in addition to those two only USB ports, they're really kind of annoying. When I'm out in class, it's not a big deal, but it is annoying. I wish I had maybe 4 USB ports instead of 2. It's a pretty small screen. I mean, of course, 2.5 pounds, this little tiny model, of course, it's not gonna be a big, huge screen. And honestly, the last con is kind of nitpicky, but it has the Ultrabook, this one includes a fingerprint sensor. And when I put my finger up on it, it really takes me usually 3 or 4 tries, and oftentimes I have to resort back to my PIN that I have established or created. And so oftentimes, because of this, I just go ahead and enter my PIN in instead of my fingerprint, and it's not the most handy thing. So I wish they would improve on the fingerprint scan. It is a little bit nitpicky, but it's something that I wish I could see improvement on. Okay, so my overall rating for this laptop, pertaining to just general rating and for cybersecurity use, I'm gonna go with a 4.2 star rating out of 5. Once again, I think if you're going to be considering buying this laptop, know that it is powerful enough to be spinning up those VMs or whatever you need to work with and with those programs. It's also super lightweight, and the battery power is pretty good. But knowing that, you have to realize, unless you want to spend an extra $200–300 on a terabyte storage, that the storage is a little bit limited. And not only that, but there's only 2 USB ports. That is the short review of my Lenovo X1 Carbon laptop. It's been a highly requested video. If you have found this video useful, you please subscribe, and I appreciate it. And thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.